Hey, well, you missed a rant. As is so often the case, I get going. I kind of know where I want to start the video, but I have no idea where I'm going to end it. I started out just talking about it's going to be cold for a week. And then when I was walking up the hill, I did notice my screen I thought went black real quick. It quit recording. And when I don't have my reading glasses on, I can't see that the seconds are not ticking away anymore. So there you go. So, first of all, her name is Hope Hicks. You can look her up. She got mildly famous, notorious, I don't know, whatever. She went to some black tie affair recently, and she wore a tuxedo. You know, it does say in the word, a woman shall not wear that which pertaineth to a man, and a tuxedo definitely falls into that category. But, hey, let he who is without sin cast the first stone, shall we? I'm just saying, that's how you might remember her. She's pretty. She's accomplished, she's doing awesome, and she's not 30 yet. And so then, the next thing I kind of went on to, and I'm just going to go with it now. You know, liberals claim to be all about diversity, right? They're all for diversity, and they like to throw the you're a racist, you're a homophobe, you're a whatever at conservatives all the time. It's just like the mantra that we hear. And they're a bunch of freaking hypocrites, these liberals. An example where this came to mind last week. Picture when Clinton was in office or Obama was in office, and quite frankly, probably the Bushes also, but I'm remembering the liberals. Whenever they do a photo op, like last week Pence went to Bagram Air Force Base and was, you know, giving soldiers a pep talk or something. Soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines. Whenever they do that, they stage the background with a bunch of bodies, right? Let's put some guys and gals in camouflage back there. And it is obvious to someone who's been in the military, when looking at those crowds, that those crowds have been played with. It's not like they said, you know, Charlie Company, 1st Battalion, fall in! And they all line up behind there. You can tell, one, by looking at their patches, that they're not all from the same unit. And so then you start noticing something else. There's X number of blacks, X number of Asians, X number of Hispanics, X number of females put back there. And it is not representative of the military. When you're looking at this crowd picture back there, it's not representative. And when I saw Pence go to Bagram, it struck me, they didn't play with the crowd behind him. It looked like a regular unit, you know, that there weren't that many black people in it. There weren't that many Hispanic, but there were more Hispanics than blacks. And there were hardly any women back there. See, that was real. They were keeping it real. They weren't trying to lie to the people looking at the picture and go, oh yes, blah, blah, blah. Look, I stand for diversity. I'm surrounded by soldiers who love me, who are all diverse. I'll tell you, I don't care who's speaking. The soldiers aren't real happy to be standing there. Right? They've had to get there early, go through security themselves, wait for freaking ever, practice, get yelled at by their, you know, head sergeants, or those are sergeants major or whatever. You know, no one will do this, no one will do that, or I will eat you alive. You know, and so they're all just sitting there scared they're going to get in trouble, and they're bored. And they're ready for this thing to be over so they can go do what they need to do, because the day's not getting any shorter. Right? But they do that. And whenever they go anywhere, whenever they speak on a stage and there's people behind them, all those people are placed according to some communications director, PR person or something who says, yeah, we need to make it look like this. That's fake. That's not real. And so they try to claim that the conservatives are not into diversity, they're not into gender diversity, they're, you know, women, they're sexist, dun, 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 dun. Obviously, Hillary was the candidate for women because she had a vagina, right? I mean, sorry, but that's true. Come on. So, here's something you won't hear about in the press. Look at the people Trump is surrounding himself with. Look at the women he has actually empowered in his administration. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, White House spokesman, she's the face of the administration on a daily basis, right? A woman. A very normal looking woman, right? Hicks, the woman I just talked about, his communications director, she's in charge of Team Trump, you know, and all PR and communications and things that go out. It's a woman in charge of that. And she's a good-looking woman. She was a model. Look at Ivanka. Look at the power that Ivanka has. These are all women. They're all empowered. And you don't hear about that. One woman I hate is a bad word. I don't know her personally. I dislike intensely is that woman I watch the press conferences most of the time. April, somebody. She's a black lady, and she always asks questions based on race. She must see herself as the voice of black Americans or something, which is a problem in itself right there, thinking of yourself as a black American. But I digress. But she always asks race-tinged, race-baiting questions. And the most recent question I saw of her, somebody is leaving the Trump administration. Lots of people are leaving this year, right? It's going to be a turnover. Somebody's leaving who, I'm sure in the case of Trump, just happens to be black. I don't remember what position it was. It doesn't really matter. And she said, so-and-so is leaving. They're black. Is President Trump looking for a black person to replace the person who's leaving with? That is a racist question. Okay, so this person who's doing the job now has a whole lot of melanin, so his skin is darker than yours, Sarah. He's leaving. Are we going to get another darky? You might as well say it. I mean, I know she's black, and I know that's offensive to some people, but they're judging the next person coming into that job. She is. April's looking for it, on the color of their skin. What did Martin Luther King say? He dreamed of a day when a man would be judged by the content of his character and not the color of his skin. Give me a break. A person cannot control what color skin they're born with. You're born with what you got. What you do with the rest of your life is up to you, right? It doesn't have nothing to do with your skin color. I am getting so tired of hearing about black this, white that, Hispanic this, Native American this. Who cares? Go be a man and go be a woman and rise or fall on your own merits and quit whining about how everybody else out there is got it in for you. You don't hear me whining about the racism that's implicit against white people. You don't hear me whining about how it's dangerous for white people to go to certain parts of this country at any time of the day. Because I don't care. All these politicians who all they want to do is divide us. They want to keep the blacks in this country down on the plantation. They want to get them feeling, oh, woe is me. Everybody's against me. No one's here. The Jesse Jacksons and the, who's that dude with the bad hair, short little fat guy from New York? Talks like this. That guy. And I know they're getting older now and falling away. I'm quite sure, because I don't watch TV anymore, I'm quite sure there's somebody taking their place now, right? Somebody's taking the place, beating that drum to get all the black people to vote for them, and then they don't do a darn thing to help black people. Hey, I'm using the terms they're categorizing people by. They don't do anything for them except keep them right where they were. You want to do well in this country? You want to do well? Get right with the Father, number one, because if you ain't got that right, nothing else matters anyway in the long scheme of things. But then if you want to do well day to day, go get educated and work hard. And don't do drugs and don't drink and, don't do stupid stuff. And quit worrying about what color people are and what color people you surround yourself with. Shofarians are made up of, I think, every race. See, I don't think in these terms, but I am now for this video. We've got whites, we've got blacks, we've got Asians. I always make a joke. You can say white and black, but you can't say yellow or red. Why is that? That's considered racist. Well, they're not really yellow or red. Yeah, and whites aren't white and blacks aren't black. It's just a useful term, right? We used to have a Native American, but they're not with us anymore. I don't know. I don't characterize people like that. But see, I'm not out there trying to recruit people of a certain color. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what color you're not. I just don't care. I look at you. I look at your character and what do you get done and what do you not get done. I think that's what Trump's doing. See, Trump's a businessman. Trump ain't got time for that. He doesn't have time to be playing racial games. He's got time to get the job done. And so he's hiring the best people he can find. Male, female, whether yellow, black, or white, he will keep them in his sight. Trump loves the little children of the world. I think he just wants to succeed, and he's going to surround himself with the best people he can, and I think that's what you should do. I think you should quit looking at color, quit worrying about it, and just start being a man or a woman and surrounding yourself with people who can get stuff done, the stuff you want to get done. Racism's from the adversary, it's from the devil. It's here to divide us. Some people are falling for that hook, line, and sinker. Don't fall for it. See to your circles. Little circle, medium circle, bigger circle. Don't worry about the rest of the stuff. It don't matter. All right, I gotta go feed some goats. I'll see y'all out there.